Welcome to the Cork and Benny show.
What's your fancy espresso?
Do you like my cup?
I do, yeah.
I have the multicolours because it makes me happy.
Did it mean anything in your multicoloredness?
No, it's kind of more my mood. So like I'm in a bit of a cold mood now at the moment. This room's a bit cold now. We'll have to warm it up for tomorrow. But this red cup looks warm.
Red looks warm, therefore.
Yeah. So I feel a bit
balance out your coolness.
Yeah. You know, I've got a green one inside for when I'm feeling a bit mellow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is where I'm going with this. It's like the rainbow, Benny. Makes no sense at all.
The rainbow makes no sense at all, everybody.
No, it doesn't. It's just like we drove through a puddle there the last day and like a rainbow hit my windscreen out of nowhere and it disappeared. And I feel like I should win the lotto now or something because the rainbow hit my car.
Well, a skip van that was driving like a lunatic went through the puddle, drowned your car, but made an instantaneous rainbow.
Which hit the car. So like
the rainbow hit the car.
Yeah, so are we going to get like really good luck now? Is this like a
should have stopped and picked up the gold coins that was splashing everywhere.
Well, that's a myth.
That's a myth. That's a myth. That's a myth.
But I've taken to drinking lots of coffee. Like even to the point where we've even bought an espresso machine to, I suppose, just get us through the year. I mean,
you kind of threw a wobbler there now after your kind of, you picked up a holiday habit of having an old espresso.
Yeah, a little bit.
And then you came back and was like, I want espresso.
Coffee for years because headaches, and now the headaches are gone, thankfully. So I'm easing myself back onto caffeine.
Terrible.
This is not an ease. This is like a whole
whack
espressos a day.
Espresso.
Of some sort of coffee that you've shipped in from, I don't know where you shipped it from, but this box shows up at our door.
Magical box.
There's like a magical box of different names, and I never know what I'm drinking, to be honest, but it all tastes good.
Good.
So we said we'd come on and do another podcast now this week because we've got another guest coming in to chat at the end of the week, and we're going to be chatting everything bands, DJs, ceremony music, reception music, just music in general, Benny.
Yeah, so Justin from Partybands coming in.
He is. Good know him. He's a very busy man now, Justin.
Is Justin like Simon Cowell? Is that what Justin does? Is he Simon Cowell?
And who's Louis Walsh then?
God, keep quiet now.
I know, I was hoping you'd answer, but you didn't. So he's the Simon Cowell of the wedding world. I don't know if he's going to like that now analogy about Justin.
Do you think he like sits there in front of them and goes, "You want to be in my party bands? Dance for me, boy, dance." And then like,
do you think they have auditions?
Auditions. This is what I'm saying. So is he like
okay.
did they have to like stand there themselves and like Adam like sit there and kind of go, "No, boo," and then like there's a golden buzzer.
Can we go to one of these?
And then like.
I want to be involved. Sounds like fun.
All the messers come out of the background and like start going nuts when you get the golden buzzer.
Okay. But the idea behind Partybands is like that it's kind of like Justin's the agent for like all these different bands. So you can kind of go onto this one website and there's like loads of different types of DJs and bands and musicians and everything you think of.
Yeah, it can be tricky, I suppose, if you're searching for a band or searching for music.
Yeah.
In general for your wedding, that it's the same way, I suppose, with everything that's like the internet's so huge.
Yeah.
And if you're not too familiar,
I'm not finished it yet.
You're not there. Bill Gates is on the last page.
Where did that come from?
Homer Simpson.
Oh.
I've read the internet.
You said that before to me, and I'm like, well, where did that come from? I've read the internet, and it was useless.
Homer Simpson completed the internet.
Okay. Did he? Have they predicted anything for this year, The Simpsons?
I'm sure there is. No, it's after it happens, they kind of go, well, yeah.
I don't know, I kind of believe it. It's there.
You kind of believe, I believe in Simpsons.
I believe in the Simpsons predictions. Well, I believe in the Simpsons predictions more than I would other people's. So, to be fair.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Simpsons made me think of you two being on The Simpsons, who just finished their Sphere Las Vegas residency.
Do you like the Sphere?
I do like the Sphere.
Do you? Would you go see the Sphere?
Go see the Sphere? Go inside the Sphere or outside the Sphere to see the Sphere?
Well, if you're going to go all the way to the outside of it, I'd imagine you go in, Benny.
Well, you have to go to a show if it's on.
Would you go to a show in the Sphere?
I think, like, if you went to the Sphere to see, like, a band, it's like, they're so minuscule compared to this epic screen. So, do you need the band? Are the band just like the orchestra for this screen? Maybe that's what the thing is.
Is that not the idea, though?
Yeah, but anyway, get away from the Sphere.
You brought it up.
I'm going to say the Harleys.
Okay.
Are the Harleys the band we saw recently? No, were they the other band? Yes.
They were, yeah. They
was the Harleys.
And they had a choreographed dance and bits that day.
The Harleys had a choreographed band.
The Harleys.
If you book the Harleys, they will choreograph a dance for you.
No, the couple did.
They're not the type of lads to do a choreographed dance for you. Yeah. So like they did. So speaking of bands, like Justin's going to tell about all his bands, I'm sure, and his gigs and his music and everything.
Well, we need to like set aside a few hours of this because there's quite a few bands on that list.
Yeah, well, he's not going to give us like a briefing on each band. He's just going to have a chat, and he might drop a few hints and buzzes and promos.
Okay, well.
We'll allow him.
We'll allow him.
But the Harleys, they did their sound check was a U2 song from like the 80s.
Was it?
And like they were proper, like you can tell a band when they're proper musicians. And like the lads were like banging out that song, and it's a very rare thing that you see U2 being played at a wedding, let alone the sound check song. Like
maybe it's played later in the night, we just don't hear it. Maybe it's just more at the start.
What song would you dance to at a wedding that U2 do?
Oh, listen, I don't want the songs, I'm just dancing. Like, if there's a beat and a rhythm, I'm there bopping away to myself, like happy. Sure, you know what I'm like at music and the dance floor.
So you ring up your booking agent.
Yes.
And you go, I'd like something with a beat.
Yeah, that I can have a bop to.
That I'd like to bop. What I'm looking for is a bit of bop time.
Well, for my 40th, because this is coming up on every podcast now from now on, the end of March, I'm going out with the girls, and I was like, well, where will we go? And we were doing a promo video there for Derek, who's also a wedding band, Derek Burke.
Yeah.
And we were in Clancy's. I haven't been in Clancy's in, I don't know, what the last time I was in Clancy's. Sure, like, I don't, cause not that I don't go to Clancy's, I just don't go out in the city. And I was like, oh, this is a grand old spot. So,
it was a unique challenge to shoot that promo video on a Friday night in Cork City Centre. It was like a jungle in Clancy's on a Friday night, and then Derek Burke just lit a fire underneath them, and the place went nuts.
Oh, listen, I'm just going to put a formal apology out there actually to the world, to all the people that saw the redhead girl holding a camera and assumed that she was working for Clancy's and was taking, you know, the way you see pictures from like the bars and they just put their name on the end of it and stuff, the watermark. And they all thought I was working for Clancy's.
And you never put any of them up online on the Clancy's website?
Like, I don't have access to the Clancy website or work for Clancy's. So
I'm going to complain you.
This lady got so irate with me. She was insisting that I take her picture.
Put it this way, she was having a good night and she wasn't listening to the words.
I was trying to take pictures of Derek, and it was like, I said, you know what now, the easiest thing is just to take the picture, Laura, just take the picture. So I took the picture. I think half the fucking pub saw me doing it. So they were like, oh, she'll also take a picture of us. So she's like, where can I get that? And I was like, oh, here we go now. And I tried to explain to her again that, like, I'm not working for Clancy's. You're not going to see it. It's going to be given to Derek. And, she was going to complain me to Clancy's. I was going to get fired.
You were going to get fired for Clancy's.
So I no longer work for Clancy's, apparently. I've been fired. So yeah, I decided to like go to Clancy's for one of the nights out of my birthday for the crack. So Justin might have a band playing if Justin could organise a good band now there to play.
This is on the 30th of March, is it? So Justin, you better line up somebody good now for the 30th of March.
For my 40th, and I expect to be invited on stage to sing because bands keep asking me to sing when I'm at weddings. I cannot sing. I don't know where.
You had a good duet. Actually, I meant to kind of like do a little kind of a time-lapsey kind of showpiece of your Pat caught you rap it there the other day.
Very funny photographs. Like you took a few photographs.
Oh yeah.
Happening, and I actually think I'm going to share it because as he came at me with the mic and was like stopping me from walking away. The filthy look I give, like literally my face is absolutely hilarious. It's horrendous. It's like, oh my god, don't you dare do this to me, kind of thing. And then I just was like, let's just have a song. At
least you went for it. You delivered a few lyrics.
The words though to this song. This is my problem with words as well.
Unlike, which I thought was hilarious, was the best man was the drummer, and in typical drummer style, he didn't know the words to the most kind of popular song that gets played at every wedding. He knew the beat, but Pat caught him rapid, and it's something that like when the camera turns on you and you've got to do something, it is one of those moments of either it comes to you or it doesn't come to you. Now, in fairness, it came to you. We'll give you credit.
Do you know what I did, Benny? Right, I've got this trick now, right? So for when I get like, you know, hijacked by the bands and they throw a mic in my face or drag me up on stage, I'm no longer looking at the crowd or imagining that there's 200 people laughing at me, not even looking at me, laughing at me. So I dazed into Pat's eyes. We had a...
Don't you be dazing into Pat's eyes.
Serious moment, me and Pat. was so funny actually that night, right? When I'm thinking about it. So Pat has this, he has this great look, right? He's got this white, like, bit like, blazer kind of jacket.
You got the white blazer with the black trimming.
Yeah, exactly. It looks really cool. And my favourite person that works in the Maryborough, Brian.
The one and only.
We actually had a lot of hugging now going on there at the weekend. We're definitely buddies now. And I wasn't even I wasn't even starting the hugs. I wasn't chasing him for the hug. He was giving me a hug. So we're definitely.
You'll get Brian in trouble now.
So it was so funny. So Pat arrived and we were all kind of in a good mood. Everyone was in a bit of a funny mood, and there was a lot of back and forth banter going on all day, kind of pulling the piss out of Laura, as Brian does. And Brian continued on. And the first thing he said when he saw it to Pat, he was like, "Jesus, you look like a pimp in that jacket." Listen, I like. In fairness, Pat was like, "I suppose it's not a bad complaint. Am I a good-looking pimp, or what's the story?" It was very funny though, but it looks great though. But I had a duet there at the weekend. I enjoyed that now.
You did. You had your moment.
Did I enjoy that? I did look around afterwards, and then realised that everyone was actually looking, and then you're like, oh my god, I'm actually more to it. Especially when you're at a musician's wedding.
Yeah.
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 So, Pat, you've had your moment. Dara from Black Tie, who dragged me up on stage and made me actually sing to the guests.
Well, he took your phone, so you couldn't leave until you sang. Yeah, you had to sing for your phone.
No, that was actually a second he tried to do it again. So I'm good, lads. I think you should stick. What's that? As Aoife O'Neill would like to say, stay in your lane, lads. You stay in your band singing, playing musician type activities, and I'll stay in my lane and I'll take the photographs of you doing it.
Right.
Okay, it just had to be said publicly. And I've completely thrown the two of us off now as to what we were actually talking about.
I'm laughing at the back, yeah. It's teeing up, booking musicians, DJs and bands. Yeah. But I suppose there's different ends of the band, like the band kind of spectrum is kind of like I think we mentioned this recently, whereby at one end of the spectrum you can kind of have the bands that are coming in and they're the big show, they've lights, dry sparklers,
massive setups.
They're bringing it, they're bringing the razzmatazz.
Truly diverse.
They're
set up and
exactly.
Effect. Yeah.
And so like
he even got these pictures the last day in a DM of a new setup. It's going to be faster, so I'm going to be sleeping longer that night apparently. I'm excited.
So there's guys like Truly Diverse.
Yeah.
Pat has his razzmatazz in his pimp coat.
Yeah. It's going to be a thing now. He's going to change his coat.
And people do have angles. So like the Pearls in their white and Ian Hendricks in his red and kind of jazzy instruments, saxophone. That's the word I'm looking for.
That's one.
Type thing. Yeah. So like there's different angles that you can kind of like lean in if that's what you're looking for. And then there's like the musician kind of like rock kind of bands, like the Harleys, or say Arthur Cover Band is one whereby it's like it's not a huge kind of setup. The Man Crush continues, but it's always one that comes to mind whereby it's more of a setup. Or Flog the Dog, it's like they're kind of halfway between both those ends. Like they're musicians through and through, and then it's like they have a setup and like they've got good lights and everything like that. Yeah. But maybe they're not trying to pimp out. Do you reckon we could get Steve into a pimp jacket?
Don't see Steve now.
We could get Irish tweed kind of like to mix in with his Irish music type team that he's got going on for certain things, and then like put a Irish tweed pimp like twist.
Paddy's cap?
Pimp his paddy cap.
Pimp his paddy cap.
I'm telling you.
No, I don't think Steve would be the blingy type.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's
more trad. It's more trad.
Yeah, exactly. It's more trad.
Yeah.
Who's the other trad band as well? Your buddy Kevin, who tried to ruin the surprise. No Strings Attached. That was gas. We told that story, but at the same time is like, so they're more in that kind of box of the kind of the trad. Yeah, they do all the pop stuff and do a trad twist on it. But they're not like kind of like.
But it's high, like intensity. It's upbeat. I love those nights. Like you do. Like if you're anyway tired and the lads are coming on, you're flying it again. Sure, you went to see Flag the Dog there for the weekend on Saturday. Do you remember?
Sure,
that weekend there.
That's right.
That's right now. Do you remember?
So like they're the bands, and I suppose it is like what we're getting Justin in, and Justin's going to talk about is kind of and explain like kind of how his platform kind of helps people choose.
Because they do have a wide range of different bands.
Yeah, and I suppose that's a trick as well, is kind of like you book what you like, what your guests like.
Yeah.
And kind of go from that angle, and it's everybody likes a different kind of
and
end of the scale.
They do have kind of a bit of everything. Like they got like the All Moderns, which is all lads kind of thing. Jer has an amazing voicily vocalist.
Voicily vocalist.
He's an amazing voice in fairness to him. And then you got the other end, like where you've got Sparkle, and it's female front, so it's kind of like they have got a bit of everything in different genres as well. So it's like, yeah, it is a place to go. Like it's not just one type of band they represent, if that makes sense. There's loads of different types going on, so you can pick depending on their availability. Now they'd be very busy party bands, very, very popular.
You reckon?
Yeah, well, we see them all the time.
Being the Simon Cowell of Cork.
I think you're going to get in serious trouble.
I wonder how high he can pull up his pants. Since Simon Cowell famous for that, isn't he?
I don't know. I don't remember. I actually watched something with Simon Cowell in it. Do you remember though when we used to watch every weekend? Well, I did anyway. What was it? What was the thing he did? Some singing. What was it?
Music talent show.
Called, though?
Yeah, I'm laughing at you. The fact you can't remember.
It's not talent. Look, he's American.
The X Factor. I think he did all those things. To be honest.
Okay. But like some big people come out of that, so you never know now. Justin being the Simon Cowell of Cork could have some. Well, there has some acts that have gone on now recently to bigger and better things, I suppose. Bigger, maybe not better. Wider audiences.
And then the other ones are like DJs. So in the last while, I mean, we don't really get to see the DJs in action a lot later on.
Yeah,
but there was a big setup there last weekend. At Katie and Cormac's one. What band was that? Like DJ? Sorry.
Oh, Billy. I want to see BMG, and I'm sorry, Billy, if that's the wrong. It's 3 letters. I think it's BMG Sound. BMG Sound, is it? Billy's his name. He had some setup. Like, he had it ready at 8 o'clock as well. Like in fairness, because the day was a bit different. But like as big a setup as you would see. Like he took up as much space as some bands would.
Yeah.
He had a lot of lighting effects, and in fairness to him, he was very concerned about like the colour of his lighting, that it wouldn't affect the photographs. Billy, but he's very good at that. In fairness, really, and he's a nice guy. In fairness,
as opposed to the bands who go for cold blue. Yeah. Smurf it up to the max. I'm only season.
I know, but I actually don't mind the band's lighting because it kind of adds to the room and adds to the atmosphere.
No, lighting is good.
It doesn't bother me. And then the DJ we met. Who was the DJ that was doing the wedding there at the weekend? Pat was the band. It was Fib and Gav's wedding, and the DJ, the guy, he's shorter. We went up to say hi to him. And I don't know his name. I keep forgetting his name. Okay. We went up and you were chatting to him, and I went up and I was like, "Oh, how's it going?" And he's the type of guy that takes your hand and gives you a kiss on the hand. It was such a random.
What?
Were you not there?
I didn't get my kiss on the hand.
I got it. It was very kind of a proper kind of like, you know. I felt like
I think he was a bit giddy because he knew all the lads there. Yeah.
Took my hand and gave me a kiss on the hand, and actually we didn't speak after that. It was a bit strange.
There was a lovely cheeky comment there now. One of the lads was like, kind of go, "Do you know Laura and Benny?" And he goes, "Sure, they're the only normal fellas knocking around."
Who said that? Actually, don't say who said that. So yeah, we'll chat everything bands, booking bands, different types of bands.
You're done. You're out of this conversation.
No, but do you want to add some more to the conversation?
Well, I was trying to get the conversation going, and you're going. I think the caffeine's gone to your head, Laura.
The caffeine is definitely gone. I shouldn't drink coffee and do podcasts, or maybe I should.
No.
No?
Yeah, you're looking a bit blue there as well now in your coldness. I don't think you can handle the temperature of this room.
My jacket is blue, Benny.
I'm talking about your hands.
Oh, my hands. Yeah, look how cold I am. I'm a disaster. Anyway, we'll go and I'll go warm up and get some editing done. And we'll chat to Justin at the end of the week.
Right, go on.